Hey everybody, Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be a very fun episode because today I'm going to be talking about the reasons that you should not get the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. And this is going to be a little bit different from a lot of videos that are out there right now because there's lots of reviews on the cards, lots of talk about the benefits, but let me tell you this, every card out there has a dark side. No, but seriously, there are negatives with every single card. There's no perfect credit card out there, and I'm here to prove that today, so we'll be going through that list in just a second. But before we get started, if you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts. Now, if you go online, you will see some good reviews of the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, but it's helpful to see the other side of the coin when you're making a financial decision whether to invest in a credit card or not, all right? Because these cards don't come cheap, and I'm about to prove that. So with that said, let's get into the reasons you should avoid this card at all costs. The first reason to avoid this card, it has a very high annual fee. Now you may be looking at me and saying, Brandon, I already know that. When I'm considering this card, I already know there's going to be a high annual fee. Well, it's pretty high compared to almost every other card that's out on the market. Now, is it a $695 annual fee like the American Express Platinum card? No, it is not. But if you look at our scientific scale where we rate how high a card's annual fee is, you can see here that it is still quite high. That's the scientific research we do on this channel, all right? Long story short, it's a lot of money to invest up front. So you need to look at your overall card portfolio to see if it makes sense to add a card that has a $550 annual fee. And especially if you're new to points and miles, you may want to avoid those premium cards in the beginning until you get your footing and learn how to navigate the waters of the credit card world because it can be confusing and you don't want to make a mistake with a $550 annual fee card. Reason number 2 to avoid this card is the sign-up bonus. It is absolutely atrocious. In my opinion, this is a slap in the face for a $550 annual fee card to have a sign-up bonus like this, all right? Oh, wow! The typical bonus that you'll see on the Chase Sapphire Reserve is 50,000 points for $4,000 spend in 3 months. That is absolutely pathetic considering there is another Sapphire card that offers a bonus at a much lower annual fee. I'm talking about the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Now at a $95 annual fee, you'll get 80,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards with the same spend requirements. Think about that, a $95 annual fee gives you more points with the same spend. Why? Why would they do this? I don't understand it at all, especially when you look at their major competitor, American Express, okay? The American Express Platinum card typically sees offers around 100,000 points or more for sign-up offers, and it just doesn't make sense why this one is so low. I don't understand it whatsoever. For a premium card, you should expect not only premium benefits, but a premium sign-up bonus to entice you to apply for the card. I have no clue what Chase's thinking is on this. It makes absolutely no sense, and it's one of the biggest mistakes I think they make with this card. So let me know what you think. Honestly, am I the only one that thinks this? It drives me crazy. They need to change it. That brings me to my third reason to avoid the Sapphire Reserve, and that is it's not even the best Sapphire card in the Chase lineup. As I just mentioned, there's a $95 option for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, and in fact, the Chase Sapphire Preferred card isn't much different in some areas than the Sapphire Reserve. So both have 3x on dining. There is a small difference in points multipliers on travel. For example, 5x points on travel purchased through the portal with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and then 5x on flights purchased through the portal with a Sapphire Reserve, and 10x on hotels and car rentals. But that's really negligible in the long term, in my opinion, and not worth the additional annual fee of nearly $450 additional dollars. You know, some people will say that the travel coverages are a little bit better with a Sapphire Reserve, and that is definitely the case, but is it worth $450 more for these additional protections? I don't know, because you can still use both of these for your primary rental car insurance, the only difference being that the Chase Sapphire Reserve provides reimbursement up to $75,000 for theft and collision damage for rental cars in the U.S., while the Chase Sapphire Preferred provides primary coverage and provides reimbursement up to the actual cash value of the vehicle for theft and collision for most cars in the U.S. Trip cancellation and interruption insurance is the same on both cards as well. There is a little bit of difference in the baggage delay insurance, but in my opinion, these are very nitpicky things that, yes, they're a little bit better on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, but $450 better?
I don't think so.
So in my opinion, between the multipliers being not really that different at the end of the day, and then also these additional coverages that people tout with the Chase Sapphire Reserve not being a huge difference maker, how can you justify paying $450 additional for the Chase Sapphire Reserve? I don't think you can. Moving on to our next reason, I think one of the biggest holes in the Chase Sapphire Reserve is the fact that it doesn't offer any premium or elite level hotel status. Let me give you an example of a couple of other cards that have a larger annual fee but offer elite level status. So first of all, the Hilton Aspire card, it's at a $450 annual fee, and it offers a free night certificate up front, a $250 resort credit, diamond status with Hilton, a $250 airline incidental credit, and a $100 property credit at select Hilton brands. So you get unlimited priority pass for you and 2 guests as well. So that's just the Hilton Aspire card, and you know that's one of my favorite cards. I absolutely love that. Now, I know that the Chase Sapphire Reserve comes with a $300 travel credit, and that's fantastic, but that still leaves you with a $250 gap to make up. With the Amex Hilton Aspire card, you have a $100 lower annual fee at $450, but you get more than enough credits to not only cover $300 like the Sapphire Reserve, you get much more than that. You get enough actually to offset the entire annual fee, plus you get the free night certificate. In my opinion, that is a huge gap missing from the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and if I'm choosing between those two cards, I'm taking the Hilton Aspire every single day of the week. Now let's think about another card as well. Let's look at the American Express Platinum card. This card gives you gold status at both Hilton and Marriott. It comes with a $200 Fine Hotels and Resort and Hotel Collection credit, a $200 airline fee credit, a clear credit, Priority Pass Select, and complimentary car rental status. So again, another card that's out there that's a premium card with a high annual fee, $695, but it offers a lot of credits for travel among a lot of other credits with the card that offset the cost of the annual fee easily, but then it also gives elite level status with both Hilton and Marriott. The Chase Sapphire Reserve does none of that. It is a huge gap, and when people tell me that the Chase Sapphire Reserve card is the ultimate travel card, you're wrong. It is not. I don't think you can call yourself an elite travel card if you can't even offer elite hotel status. Another big issue I have with the Chase Sapphire Reserve is that if you want the big multipliers, so if you want the 10x on hotels, you want the 5x on flights, you have to book through the Ultimate Rewards travel portal. And you know from watching this channel, you do not get the best bang for your buck using the portal. You get much more benefit when you use transfer partners and you transfer your Ultimate Rewards to them. For example, with Hyatt, I transfer most of my Ultimate Rewards to Hyatt and get about 2 cents or more at least per point whenever I'm booking travel. If you're booking through the portal, you're looking at 1.5 cents per point or 1.25 cents per point if you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So for me, I could care less exactly what the multiplier is for these things, considering you get such a low value from each point when you're using the portal. I mean, there's been some cases within the last year where we're getting 6, 7, 8 cents per point when we're using transfer partners. So why would you settle for 1.5 cents per point when you can get much more? Yeah, the multiplier is better, but at the end of the day, I just don't like doing it. I much prefer using transfer partners. Let me know what you think out there as well. We have a lot of new people watching that are into points and miles right now. So I'm curious what you think about using the portal versus actually using transfer partners. For me, it's a no-brainer. I'll use transfer partners every time, but maybe I'm in the minority. Another reason to avoid this card is after the first year, I don't think it's really worth it. You may get this card for the sign-up bonus, which again, if you remember from earlier in the video, I don't think that's a great idea because the sign-up bonus absolutely sucks on this card. But if you're looking long-term, let's say you have the $550 annual fee and you say, okay, well, I'll offset $300 of that with the travel credit. So that still leaves $250 in value that you have to make up some way, and you're gonna have to do that through spend. This is really difficult to justify for me because the multipliers on the Sapphire Reserve are not great whatsoever. Assuming you redeem for 1.5 cents per point through the portal, that means you need to earn roughly 16,000 points with these less than stellar multipliers in order to earn enough points to get $250 in value.
That's a lot of money!
Is it really worth doing all that spend just to get $250 worth of value? I don't think so. At the end of the day, there are better options. You could use that money to go towards another sign-up bonus. So again, it's not worth it in my opinion. The additional $250 in value is hard to get to, and I'm just not seeing it. In my opinion, this card is not good after the first year. And the last reason to stay away from this card, it's the fact that the Chase Sapphire Reserve puts so much emphasis on the fact that it offers Priority Pass Select. Now, if you've been in a Priority Pass lounge over the last year or two, you know one thing. If it is way overcrowded and it feels like they let everybody in there. So in my opinion, this isn't an exclusive club anymore. It reminds me of when Facebook started, all right? It started out as college students being able to log on, and then a few years later they let everybody in, and now you're seeing your grandmother's cornbread recipe on there and she's posting pictures of everything she's eaten in the last 48 hours. All right, things have changed with Priority Pass. It's not an exclusive club anymore. Now Priority Pass Select is a little bit different because it does give you access to use restaurants within certain airports as well, so you can get your food that way if you didn't want to use the lounge, and we'll put a list of those down in the description below, by the way. But in my opinion, I think a lot of card issuers should just stop touting that so heavily because it feels like it's overcrowded as it is, and unless they're building more lounges, we need to get people out of those, all right? They're super crowded. It took me forever just to get a Caesar salad the last time I went into a Priority Pass lounge. It was the longest line I've ever seen in a lounge, and it almost makes me not want to go in there. So in my opinion, that's something that doesn't need to be touted, and that in no way encourages me to pay that large annual fee. Okay, I know I was hard on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I understand that. If you want all the positive news, go to other channels or read some articles online. You'll find all the positivity about the card, but for a $550 annual fee, sometimes it helps to see the other side of the coin. I did the same thing with the American Express Platinum card and the Capital One Venture X card. It's important to look at both sides of this because it's not all sunshine and roses everywhere. That's just not the way it is. There's no perfect card, and it's important to be able to see through all the marketing buzz and spin and look and analyze to see if this card is exactly right for you, especially when you're spending that much money. So this isn't the last card that we will cover in this series by any means, and if you have a certain card that you want me to analyze in this way, please leave it down in the comments below. Keep in mind we have a lot of new people that are in points and miles watching this channel, so if you have any insight on any of the things that I mentioned here, or if you just want to say, Brandon, you're an idiot, don't care. It's perfectly fine. Leave it down in the comments. I don't delete anything except for the spam comments. I'm getting a lot more spam comments as the subscriber count keeps going up. It's probably correlated somehow. But other than that, you can put anything that you want to down there, all right? But your insight will be really helpful because it will help someone else decide, especially somebody new, if they should put up the money to get this card because it is a big investment and you don't want folks to make a mistake. So if there is anything you think that I missed here, do you think I'm absolutely nuts for this opinion, or do you think this is the best card on planet Earth? Do you have the card, and how have you gotten the value back out of it? Again, leave that down in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did find it helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, you are going to get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. See you soon.